So, Derek is the new comedy written by Ricky Gervais, and of course, starring Ricky Gervais, the man himself. Now, I remember watching a pilot a couple of months back of Derek, and the idea has now been completely revamped for TV. Originally, I believe Derek was an aspiring comedian who lived with his mother. The original idea was, it's alright, but it was a bit stale, a bit underdone, and had no redeeming features. But I'm quite happy to say that this full-length episode of Derek injects new life into the idea. So, let's get tucked in. One thing to make abundantly clear is that Derek is not disabled, and this show does not poke fun at the disabled. So, Scope, you ain't got shit on Gervais, yo. Just a wee joke there. Anyway, Derek is a simpleton, and at that though, he's a kind, gentle, compassionate person. His generosity is made clear within minutes of the episode. When he talks about what he'd do with £20,000, he instantly says he would buy his friend Hannah, who also works with him, at the retirement home. He'd buy her a house and a car. It seems that Derek's happiness is second to the people around him. Now, Hannah is one of the first characters we meet, and she's played by Kerry Godliman. I'm not sure how to actually pronounce that name, but that's her name. I think she's an amazing actress. She really is. I mean, I found her character incredibly enjoyable to watch, and I imagine a lot of people can really relate to her portrayal of this character. She also brings a kind of sadness and contempt to the role. She's happy with working at the retirement home, but seeks more in life. I presume it would be a partner. But she really does have a lot of depth to her character, and I really enjoyed seeing her on screen, and look forward to seeing more development from her in future episodes. Dougie, who's played by Carl Pilkington, is the maintenance man of the retirement home and landlord to Derek. I have to say, it's quite strange to see Carl playing himself in Derek, but though also has to be said, I found his scenes to be the funniest by far. I love the fact that Ricky was able to capture the chemistry that they have in real life between these two characters. Derek has another friend called Kev, who's an autograph hunter. Now, we don't know much more about this character than the fact that he's an autograph hunter, but Ricky has stated that there's a lot more to this character. He mentioned that he's some kind of benefit cheat, so it'll be interesting to see how they work that out for the series. Derek is a mockumentary set in a retirement home. The way it's shot really does give you a very intimate look into the characters' lives, and shows the vulnerability of the people who are living in the retirement home. This setting for me works very well, especially for a comedy that is clearly more inclined for us to relate to the characters and feel for them as people, rather than just getting laughs. Although it does both, we feel for the characters, and we also find them very funny, and in some ways, relatable. I felt that the laughs were in the right place, and the character chemistry was spot on, and the writing was very solid. And I have to say as well that ending really knocked me back. I found it genuinely moving, and felt it set the mood for the rest of the series very nicely. To see Ricky Gervais play a character out of his comfort zone is very refreshing and enjoyable. A lot of people say that Ricky doesn't have much range. I think this shows he really does have range, and he's a very good actor. This series is a welcome departure from Life's Too Short, in writing style anyway. I felt that Life's Too Short was his bog standard. I have to say, I'm really anticipating seeing more of this. I don't have much negative to say about it, but it does feel like early days, and it feels like a comedy that's still trying to find its stride. But all in all, it's a damn good start to a damn good series. So, enjoy.